You have cancer. It's the 3 words no person ever wants to hear. Yet every year, 12.7 million people discover they have cancer. 7.6 million die from cancer. Now, go out to a restaurant or just the busiest part of your town and approach people. Ask them if they or someone they know has had cancer. The odds are they can name at least one person in their life who has been affected. I know for me, I can tell you at least 3 of my relatives who have had cancer. 2 of them have died from cancer. The craziest thing is, there's not just one type of cancer. It's a variety. The list goes on. Lung, breast, throat, pancreatic, skin, prostate, colon, cervical, kidney, testicle. The list goes on and on and on. Yet, there's so much research being done right now, and still no cure. So when your mind hears those 3 words, you have cancer, you automatically are hit with a million questions. The biggest one, am I going to die? And then, what stage? How do I tell my family? Who can help me?
Our goal is to promote healthy lifestyles in the community and to provide support and services needed by people living with cancer. If you live in Gaston County, we want to help people who live in Gaston County who have cancer and their families, help them meet their basic needs that they can't meet on their own.
Gotcha.
And on the other side of that, we also believe very strongly that prevention and early detection of cancer is one way of getting rid of a lot of cancer. And so we believe in and do a lot of that education out in the community about prevention and early detection.
So you had asked me how many clients do we have, and it varies. I think maybe last year we had like 386, but we usually are closer to like almost 500 that we reach every year. And our list is longer than that, but it's those people who are actively that we're serving.
We kind of take the needs for people living with cancer on a case-by-case basis. Things we do a lot of are provide people with liquid nutrition when people are going through their cancer treatment and they can't keep food down, they can't eat, they don't have an appetite, they feel sick, they still need nutrition, they still need calorie intake, and so things like Ensure and Glucerna, those products people need, and they're very expensive. Cost about, I think if you were to go to Walmart and buy Ensure Complete, it's about $45 a case. And even if you have insurance, which most of our people don't, or they have insurance that's not sufficient to meet the needs for the cancer they're going through, that's very expensive and people need that.
So since I know you guys rely on a lot of donations, so what is it that you guys could use the most these days? I know you want people to bring things in because I know I was in the garage the other day and there wasn't that much like chicken noodle soup on the shelf. No. Do you run through that a lot?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, right now we're out of Gatorade. That's something we just can't keep on the shelf. You would think a simple $1 can of chicken noodle soup wouldn't be that big a deal, but it is, and Gatorade especially, because when they come to pick up their liquid nutrition, which they can come as often as they need it, we give it out usually a case at a time. But if they live further out and it's hard for them to get here, or if they're really drinking, if that's helping them and they need a couple cases because they're going through it faster, we've been known to give out 2 cases at a time for a lot of our clients now. But they usually get chicken noodle soup and Gatorade, and we just, we rely solely on donations for that. So we go through it pretty fast.
Gotcha.
Because each client usually gets about 4 cans of soup and 3 bottles of Gatorade.
We help people with their medication, with prescriptions if they need help with prescriptions. We help people with wigs, bras, bedside commodes, adult diapers, things you don't want to think about because cancer is not pretty, but it's just basic needs that people need help with.
Usually if a woman comes in, there are not very many places. There's only one other place here in town that has mastectomy bras for women. So if a woman's gone through breast cancer and she needs a mastectomy bra, she can come here. She's a Gaston County resident. She's had cancer, then she qualifies for our services, and you can come in and get fitted for bras, and if you need a prosthesis and a wig, and it's completely free of charge.
As far as education, prevention and early detection education, we kind of customize to what people need. But as a rule, we go into the schools and provide tobacco education programs. That's the most requested program by far. But sometimes there are other healthy eating. 30% of all cancers are caused by your diet. So healthy eating programs, breast cancer awareness, the importance of early detection with breast cancer, and mammography and breast self-exam, that kind of thing. But pretty much any type of education program on any type of cancer that somebody would like to have, we provide.
Since the True campaign went away, it's been a blessing and a little bit of a curse. We lost a huge amount of money with what they provided, but also it kind of let us loosen the reins a little bit and do more with all aspects of cancer, so not just tobacco use. Focusing on obesity, we'll go in and now we can do obesity presentations. We can focus on healthy eating classes. We can focus on exercising, performing exercises, and group exercise. So we can do many different things that relates to all types of cancer instead of just tobacco use and lung cancer, throat cancer, and mouth cancer.
Basically, we rely on individuals and donations, and we have 2 main fundraisers a year that help us with that, help us keep us going. We have the Gaston County Amateur Golf Tournament, which is every year in September. And then we have Faces of Hope, which is our big signature event every year in the spring, and we just had that on April 8th. And Faces of Hope is a fundraiser auction benefit. We typically spotlight someone in the community who is a cancer survivor, and we have them tell their story, and we have a picture of them with their story on it, and it's a really cool event. But we also have a silent auction, we did a live auction this year, which was a new addition, which was fun and different and cool, but it helped us raise a whole lot more money. I did a dinner, had some games, and the people in the community seem to really embrace that and like it. We've been around as an independent, nonprofit organization helping local people since 1977. That's when we became Gaston County Cancer Society and then changed to Cancer Services in 2001.
There's still a lot of confusion. We go out and people say, well, I didn't even know you were there. Or we go out and they say, well, this is the Cancer Society. And you try to be nice, but you want to correct them to make sure they understand that we're not the Cancer Society. We're Gaston Cancer or Cancer Services. And we are not affiliated with any national organizations.